Bill?
Yes, Bill.
Bill, we're live. Merry Christmas Eve. Or do you say Happy Christmas Eve?
Well, I think anything's politically correct. Happy holidays, happy Christmas Eve.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Advent, all that stuff.
Die infidel if you're
Exactly.
if you're ISIS. And I have had a lot of people ask me what ISIS is doing today. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we know that they're not here. We've
Thankfully.
And I think it's due to global warming, which is the topic of the day.
Yeah, Christmas weather, Bill. A lot of people have been talking about the tornadoes recently. We experienced a tornado warning watch. What is the difference between a tornado warning and a tornado watch? Yeah. Is a watch something you wear, like a type of watch?
Well, I think it's important for the audience to tweet us, call in, write in, let us know what the difference is. And is it fear that, that people died?
Right.
You know.
Buildings were destroyed.
But the weather has been absolutely awesome.
And we've been with Santa Claus. We've been helping him out.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of know the route that he's going and how he's going to arrive. And we could talk about that.
His altitude, how he avoids storms, and what radar detector he uses.
Mm-hmm. So he's been getting around for a long time. But we want you, the audience, to know that here at The Real Fake News, Bill and Bill got your back on this weather climate change, and we need to know from you if it's good or if it's bad. And if you like this warm weather, then it must not be bad. I don't see any oceans rising. Do you, Bill?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I see the tide rising and going out.
Yeah.
But no oceans rising, Bill. I actually like the climate change. It's warm. It's nice outside.
You have to wear less clothes.
Less clothes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
More pool parties. You know, we had that session when we were live in Syria, and we were talking about how pool parties year-round, that might be a fun thing. So maybe that's what we're going towards.
Well, and I'm just wondering also, Bill, during these tornado warnings, do you think it's a good idea to get drunk? Maybe that's the solution.
To ease the nerves, be a little
A
loose.
little bit loose.
Yeah,
and,
careless.
And if you get hit, then all of a sudden you can like roll with the wind.
With the storm itself.
Right.
And then you don't care as much.
Because, you hear about people drinking and driving and they rarely get hurt, unfortunately. So maybe that's the solution.
Maybe the solution is when the tornadoes come, everybody should get drunk. even the sober people.
Yeah, even the sober
people. So audience, we think that perhaps the next time a storm comes through, get drunk.
Yeah. There you go.
You heard it first. That's what Donald Trump advises.
Yeah. Well, he also advises maybe a sex change because there is some relationship between sex and weather.
And this is a new scientific theory that's been worked on by a lot of scientists and meteorologists. But audience, what they've been getting down to the fact is the reason why the weather's been so weird this year is the weather itself it's got a sex identity deal. It's pulling a Caitlyn Jenner, Bill.
Yeah, it's kind of following the human side. It's kind of confused because humans are changing their sexual nature and all this kind of stuff. So I think it's one day it's kind of violent with a tornado, and then it gets tired of that, and then it's really sunny and it's nice. So we need you, the audience, to tell us.
Yeah.
If this is, do you like it or do you not?
And how are sex and weather related?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now, so where does a tornado start? We were talking about that earlier today, Bill, and we need the audience to tell us where it starts. Does it start somewhere in the south? Does it start in the ocean? And where does sex start?
Right.
Yeah.
Does that start in the bedroom or the ocean?
Yeah. Right.
Or in the south?
Yeah.
You go down south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, here at The Real Fake News, we're about the facts, we're about the issues. We talk about those things that affect everybody's everyday life.
You won't get this on the mainstream media, how sex and the weather are related.
And where they start.
Right.
Yeah.
So we think that, the better sex going on, the better the weather's going to be.
Absolutely.
Right.
So maybe getting drunk is a solution, but maybe having sex would be a solution to the tornado too.
Or you could do both, but you should probably drink after the sex because then the performance is better and then you can relax.
There you go.
So maybe it's sex, tornado. No, excuse me, Bill. Sex, drunk.
Yeah. Then tornado.
The tornado.
Right.
And then repeats. Yeah. Yeah.
Here at the Real Fake News, you've heard it first. We need you to tell us, to tweet in about whether you think that climate change, not climax change, is good or bad. And is sex related to the weather? Do you have more children during storms? Or
less children?
Or do you have, or when it's cold, do you have more children? Do we know?
Or is it hot? Does the weather affect the what do you call them? The zygotes. Yeah, procreation.
Yeah.
Right.
So we really need, we want the feedback from you.
So we've got a few more little things here that the audience wanted to know. They wanted to know how Santa Claus navigates. They know that we're worldwide and we're good friends with Santa Claus. And I think we should go ahead and tell the audience that Santa Claus uses the Storm Tracker weather alert. We invented that for Santa Claus.
He's been using it a long time now.
Since 1945.
Yeah. And he did have a radar detector.
Yes.
But, they don't use that up in the sky, so he's gone to the storm alert.
Well, it's more of a stealth detector because when Santa Claus was telling us, audience, when he flies over North Korea and Russia, sometimes they target him. Mm-hmm. So, the North Koreans, they're not as friendly towards the Christmas season. Kim Jong-un loves Christmas, but he only celebrates it himself, himself.
He didn't let his people celebrate.
No, he's got one of those Dr. Seuss style chimneys, so the presents go in, but they're all routed to his house. Yeah. And speaking of Dr. Seuss, the book of the day is Melvin's favorite, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
We recommend that everyone buy that book.
Yeah.
Read it to your children. Well, Dr. Seuss he's a great doctor.
Yeah. Great doctor. Well, he healed a lot of people with laughter, with joy.
And that's what we're about, Bill.
Right.
We're about happiness, and we're about success. We're about freedom, not taking yourself too seriously.
No, enjoying yourself.
That's right. Being easy on yourself, being easy on others.
Yes.
And
positive attitude. Mm-hmm. Your attitude, Kanye West told me this, your attitude determines your latitude. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Well, there you go.
We're talking about weather and directions.
Yeah, and latitude has something to do with that.
And what's the other thing? There's latitude and then there's
longitude.
Longitude, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then there's altitude.
Altitude, platitude.
And attitude.
Attitude.
Yeah, see, here at the Real Fake News, we're
about the tudes.
The
tudes.
Not the toads, but the tudes.
So the audience, they're going to call in and they're going to tweet at us and they're going to email us and they're going to tell us how they feel about the climate change. But Bill, I've been monitoring the airwaves, and I know that some people, they're a little upset that it's not snowing at Christmas time. They're a little confused. A lot of people want to be building snowmen and things of that nature. So we need to offer the solution for how you should get the cold weather with the climate change.
Mm-hmm. So maybe the seasons ought to be switched. Maybe we should have Christmas in July, and maybe it'll be cold then.
Right.
So that's possible.
But we can also encourage the audience to do things like go skiing, with Poison Grace. But you can go to the snow.
Right.
And
there you go. That's it, Bill.
Go to the snow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that is the solution, or take a vacation.
Take a vacation, and you can ride an Uber. And Uber, they're one of our sponsors. You can ride an Uber in the snow. You might crash. And Vladimir Putin wanted us to tell the audience that Russia, there's a lot of snow there.
You could go there.
You can go to the snow in Russia.
Yeah, I think you have to be over a certain age to get in, but he'll let you there. And also, Bill, I would advise the audience not to listen to the politicians as it relates to global change. Well, warming change.
Because they're not scientists.
No.
They're just kind of arguing with each other.
Right. So you need to listen to the Real Fake News, because we're going to give you the facts and the issues, what's really going on in an individual's life.
Speaking of the politicians, Bill, and I think we'll say this, and we'll end on this.
Do we have a song?
Well, I'll pick a song. Yeah, I'll pick a song. But did you hear that Trump, our good friend Trump, has warned Hillary Clinton to be careful about what she's saying, because Trump and his campaign, they've got this secret file. We call it the Brown Book. Because you've seen it, we've seen it.
Yeah.
But it's all the sexual escapades of Bill Clinton. And we've been talking about sex and the weather. So maybe it's Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton's lack of sex that's causing
the
climate change.
The climate change.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we really need you, the audience, to weigh in on this, because we need to know what the facts are, And if anybody knows anything about the book, please tell us.
Or if you've seen it, Melvin takes it sometimes and reads it to Miley. It's kind of like their Kama Sutra.
What are we going to listen to, Bill? Dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry, I thought.
Yeah.
We've been talking about dirty laundry, sex, the weather,
politics,
less clothes. And maybe you'd have less dirty laundry the fewer clothes you wear. If you're naked all the time, you don't need a washer or dryer.
Let's listen to this, Bill.
Yeah, I like this.
Let's close it out. Bill and Bill rocking here at the Real Fake News.
Real Fake News. We're going to start promoting musicians.
That's right.
Locally. We're the new Warner Brothers. Bill and I, we're not brothers, but we're the Bills.
We're the Bills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The billionaires.
The Warner Bills.
The Warner yeah.
We're about you, the audience. Tell a friend, bring a friend, be a friend to the Real Fake News.
Share the Real Fake News with your family this holiday season. Tomorrow's Christmas. Be on the lookout for Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
And
ease up on yourself, man.
Ease up on yourself. Buy our products. Come be a part of our story. And let us know what you want to talk about.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's about you, the audience. Very good, Bill.
Very good session, Bill. Should we close it out?
Let's close it out.
Okay. I'm going to hit the pause button.